As I sit here before the temple of Jerusalem that is torn down, I can remember my forefathers. No, I wasn't there, but I remember their stories as I look at the top of Mount Zion. Then I can think about the walls that surrounded Jerusalem. And I can think of the Gihon spring. And I can see how the water ran from the side of the temple down into the Gihon spring. And then my mind could go back and then I can remember. Not only can I remember, I can wait for the day of our return. Now, I'm here because I want to continue talking about one of my ancestors, Yehoshua. Would have been nice to kind of hang out with them. See how they lived at that time in life and think about how the earth was. Think about how it wasn't touched and destroyed, worn like an old garment. Well, anyway, I'm going to start where I left off because I was talking about Yehoshua laying in that pit. And even though he was laying in that pit and he was bare and his brothers had stripped him of his breeches and stripped him of his coat and stripped him of his beautiful coat, yes, his coat, and his shirt, and they left him down there bare and naked, afraid and cold. And yet while he was down there amongst the scorpions and amongst the snakes and all the flesh, the rotting flesh and entrails, probably what some animals had torn and left, they couldn't touch him. They couldn't come near him. And from the depths of the pit, Joseph, he appealed to his brothers, saying, "Oh my brother, what have I done unto you? And what is my transgression? Why are you not afraid of? Why are you not afraid of what the Most High, of what Yahweh, on account of your treatment of me? Am I not flesh of your flesh? Am I not bone of your bone? Is not Jacob your father? Is he not my father? Why do you act this way towards me? And how will you be able to lift up your countenance before Jacob, Reuben, Simon, and Levi, my brothers? Deliver me from this pit, I pray you, please deliver me from this dark place into which you have casted me. Though I committed a trespass against you. Are you not the children of Abraham? Are you not the children of Isaac and Jacob, who were very compassionate? They were compassionate. Don't you remember? They were compassionate with orphans, and they gave food to the hungry, and they clothed the naked. How then can you withhold your pity from your own brother, from me, your own flesh and your own bone? And though I sinned against you, I lied on you. I made you look bad, and I said you casted your eyes upon the Canaanite woman, and you didn't, and yes, I sinned against you. Yet will you hearken to my petitions for the sake of my father? Oh, that my father knew what my brothers are doing to me and what they spake unto me. Oh, if my father knew, and to avoid hearing Joseph's weeping and his cries of distress, his brothers, they passed on from the pit, and they went and stood a bow shot distance because they were so sick of him. They were tired of all his whining and all of that. They couldn't stand that. But the only one among them that manifested some pity for him was Zebulun. And for 2 days, and for 2 nights, no food passed his lips on account of all the grief over the fate of his brother Jehoshaphat, who had spent 3 days and 3 nights in the pit before he was sold. Yes. Now, during the time, Zebulun was charged by his brethren to keep watch at the pit. Yes, he was. He was chosen to stand guard because he took no part in the meal. That was a deadly meal, honey. Wow, that was a meal, all right. You know how you sit around and you can talk when you're at a meal. Now, part of the time, Judah also refrained. He refrained from eating with the rest of them. And him and Zebulun, they kind of took turns in watching their brother because they feared Simeon and Gad. And they knew they were capable, that they might jump down into the pit and put an end to Joseph's life and forget about waiting on him to die in that pit, being left in the wilderness, where they can go head on and end it like we can end it today, So while Joseph was languishing away, thus, his brethren had determined to kill him. Oh, they were smooth about it. They sat around, they said, okay, we're going to finish our meal first, they said. And then we're going to go and fetch him. We're going to kill him. I wonder, did they talk about how they were going to kill him? They're going to grab him and snatch him up, and in what way they was going to do it and carry it out. Was they going to kill him with their bare hands? Were they going to kill him with knives? I wonder what they talked about that day. Makes you want to think about how hatred can make you think of so many things, so many ways of killing someone. And they really hated him, and they hated him. They hated him with a passion. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So they figured they would finish their meal first. They said they're going to fetch him and they're going to bring him forth, and then they're going to kill him. So when they had done eating, they attempted to say grace. Would you believe that? They attempted to say grace, but Judah, he jumped up, he remonstrated, wait a minute, with them. And he was like, you know what? We are about to take the life of a human being, and yet we're going to bless the Most High. We're going to bless Yahweh, and we about to kill somebody. We're about to kill our brother, and that's what we're going to do. That is not a blessing at all. That is tempting the Most High. And what profit? What profit is it if we slay our brother? What's the profit now? Rather, will the punishment of the Most High descend upon us? I tell you what, I got some good counsel to give you. And you know what? Yonder pass by a traveling company of Ishmaelites, and they're on their way to Egypt. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites. In that way, we won't let our hands come near him. We won't let our hands be upon him to slay him, to kill him. The Ishmaelites would take him with them upon their journey, as they're journeying. And you know what? And that talebearer, he'll be lost among the people of the world. He'll be lost somewhere in the earth where we will never see him again. And they probably thought, yeah, why he's lost. Maybe somebody might get rid of him. Maybe they might kill him. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that y'all talking about you don't want us to put our hands on him. So he said, let us follow the customs of former days. You know what I'm talking about. For Canaan too, the son of Ham, he was made a slave for his evil deeds. And so we will do with our brother. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah. Let's think about that. The sale.